always, this podcast does not contain any financial advice either from the podcast owners or its guests. We are, however, smooth-brained apes who just love the stock. Welcome to the Great Escape.
I just spilt my tea. I wasn't quite ready for that. Hello. I was expecting you, but not quite.
Hello.
That wasn't very smooth, that was it?
I got muted again.
Right. Whilst you've been muted, Cole's computer keeps muting him for some reason. Technical issues are our thing. So I've had
He's sick of my shit.
I've found a quick piece of wood, and so if you go muted, I can do that to let you know. Technical as shit on this podcast.
Unmute, Cole.
There you go. Done it again. You're muted. I'm using the stick of unmutables. Unmute yourself, Cole. Can't hear you. Look at the stick, Cole. Look at the stick.
That is weird. Why do I keep getting muted?
I don't know, but I'm glad I've got this handy stick to bring awareness to your muting issues.
That's bizarre. Why am I getting muted?
Because you talk too much.
Do you know what it says? It says 2 apps use my microphone. Which 2 apps use my microphone? That's what I need to know.
Whacking sticks are a tradition in Britain.
You know what?
See how quick I can be with that, Cole. Ready? Just pretend you're muted. See? There you go. You fucking muted again. Look at the stick, Colin. Muted. Technical issues. Our absolute forte. Ready?
I'm back again, right?
Yeah, you're back. Okay. I need to do the other side.
I need to probably
smiley face.
Do you know what I need to do?
What?
You stay there and entertain the guests while I just disappear for 5 seconds. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Well, that's it. It's just me and you guys. Please jump in the chat. Say hello. Cole will be back in a minute. It wouldn't be the Great Escape podcast without technical issues, would it? No. Anyway, very sorry. Not really. I'm here. About last week, I was poorly, so I had a week off. And Cole didn't do it because he can't. Although he could have done because Cutane offered. Oh, why am I wobbling? We've got more. We've got more technical issues. Anywho, anyone in the chat, what you up to? Let us know. It's just like the books, you're carrying him. No, mate, I really aren't. He carries me. I don't do any research much. And I've not seen much this week either because I've been working long hours and still decorating and looking after the kids and bringing back homeless chic with the hair. We'll get it all cut tomorrow because I look a scruffy bastard. Really? I don't like talking by myself. So you need to come on, chat. Help me out. I'm boring. See, Cole carries me big time. Anyway, without Cole, I'll tell you, after being sick, running around 2-page merger. Okay, whatever. Cheers. I'm not drinking tonight because I'm up early, so I am on the old cup of tea. Booker. I keep saying it wrong. I didn't fire Cole. No, he's having technical issues. You missed the stick of mute. Oh, that's a smiley face. There's the mute. He's having computer issues.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Unbelievable. Let's see how this goes, because if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna have to write a. You're kidding me?
No, I'm kidding you. Sorry, I was just checking my stick still works.
I'm gonna have to write my computer a strongly worded letter if it just carries on.
Yeah, don't leave me alone again, Cole. I just waffle and I'm boring.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard on your own.
Yeah.
It's hard enough. Anyway, we've got an action.
So many jokes there.
You're the one with your wood in your hands. That's all I'm saying.
Always.
That's all I'm saying. Hey, do you know what? It's an action-packed one this week. Do you know why?
Why?
Because shit's getting real.
Shit.
It's getting real, man. It's getting real. Have I gone a funny colour? Have I gone a funny colour now?
A bit, yeah. Your contrast has gone a bit mad. It looked absolutely lovely before because you moved your office around. Look at all that stuff on the back walls, all soundproofing.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some more up over here as well. What is going on with my camera? Oh, I'm getting very upset with this PC.
Hamburger with extra pickles. Don't worry, Sam. Won't be long. You won't have to wake up early ever again. I so know. How cool will that be?
What's that?
After MOASS, it's just like, yeah, work. What's work? Work is doing good in our community with all the tendies we've got.
Work. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Anyway, right. Sorry about all this. I'm now back. Everything's great. We've got a good podcast this week. We're going to do an hour, but we've got loads to talk about, and actually we've got loads of little side stories to talk about, and we probably should start with 5 in 5, I think. But before we do that,
yeah, we'll be talking about this, but over here is something else.
Exactly. But before we start that, let's start the show properly. Welcome to
Jazz Flute. Great Escape. The
Jazz
podcast,
Flute.
2 dudes doing your DD.
That's right. Right. How are you, dude? You right?
I'm all right. Playing with my wood, drinking tea. Tired. Still recovering from sickness, but I'm back. I'm
There's
all
nothing
right.
else in life better than playing with your wood, right?
This is true. This is very true. I play with mine regularly just to keep it oiled.
Oiled wood. What can
I was
say?
just telling our brave and, hardy listeners and viewers, I'm having an haircut tomorrow because I'm bringing back kind of homeless chic at the moment. I'm looking a bit like Brian Blessed, like God is alive.
God is alive, mate. It is true. It is true. You're still going to have to chase the cats around your garden, or you could hire someone to shoot them as they come in.
Yeah,
you could.
Okay, I might try and catch them all and put like a little mini cat-sized Laser Quest vest on, and then get a laser gun. So every time you shoot them, it doesn't harm. It just. Do you know what I mean? Like, meow. Would that be mean? Does anybody do laser-sized cat vests? No.
I think shooting a cat would be mean. I think strapping them to a cat-sized Laser Quest vest.
That's hard to say, isn't it? Cat-sized Laser Quest vest.
Cat-sized Laser Quest vest. It is less cruel, definitely. Definitely less cruel. Oh yeah, this is a good idea,
dude.
Or recruit an unholy army of the knights to serve your bid. Oh yeah. Yeah,
this is what our chat is. Our chat is our unholy army of the night.
Mind controlled
to Major Tom.
Cats. Mind controlled.
Tomcat, Major Tom. It's like we write this shit first, isn't it?
Hey. Anyway, what are you drinking? Let's get going.
Tea.
Not beer.
Nope. There's no alcohol in the house. Not a drop of alcohol in our house, which is the first time I think since I was 14 that I've not got alcohol in the house. There's no wine, no beer, no gin, no vodka, no whiskey. No whiskey. That is unheard of.
What's going on, man?
Might have some bells downstairs thinking about that. I don't know.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Can you hear music?
No.
Can't even. There's something going on with my. This is.
I just sit back and pretend that we're as professional as ever. I love how you've moved all your office around. You've got great lighting and the video looks dead clear, but nothing's fucking working.
I'm getting upset.
Don't get upset, Col.
I'm getting upset.
You know what? With all the technical advancements this day and age brings, the mute stick is still the only thing that's guaranteed to work.
The mute stick. Outputs, inputs. System. Yeah, broadcast. You should be able to hear that. Is it under music? Does it go under music? Might be music.
I love The Simpsons, by the way. Diamond Hands.
Right, sod that.
They are like the Nostradamus of our time.
I'm getting very upset with everything here. I'm getting very upset about what's going on.
Can you guys in the chat? We do hear it. Can you hear the music? It's just me that can't.
Oh, really?
Don't know. And I keep wobbling.
Can you hear sad music?
12 minutes in, we've not spoken a bit about.
I know we haven't sit here.
No music.
You can't hear the sad music now. God damn it!
That's a good brew.
Right,
come on, crack
sod
on.
this.
Yeah, it's fucked from the start. Let's do it. Play the 5 in 5. Let's see if anyone can hear that.
Yeah, they'll be able to hear that. I just won't be able to hear my right. I'm very upset. I'm gonna go and have a little paddy in a second. If we can find the 5 in 5. There we go. I found the 5 in 5.
This is called being mad. It's time for 5 in 5. Yes, it's time for 5 in 5.
I'm all upset that nothing works.
Diamond is saying fix it in post, but we don't do that. We're unedited, unadulterated, and pretty much
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. We just what you see is what you get. It's just
nothing is edited.
Nothing,
and that comes across really well. I think
nothing is edited. Right, chat. You're all kicking and alive and well, and everyone's firing on all cylinders. Let's give you the options that we have. We've actually got 6 5 in 5s now. We're not quite sure whether we're going to do all 6 or whether we're going to just do 5, and you can choose, and then there'll be a loser.
We might come with 3 because we like to fuck shit up. Just
right,
throwing it out there. Are
you ready to choose, chat? We've got Goldman Sacks. We've got I've changed it. Goldman Sacks, doesn't matter. I'll come back to it in a second. Pensions, you don't need pensions. Fort Kenny, old market crash. Bank of America, fuck no. Or do wanted. There you go. Do wanted. I remembered it.
Do wanted.
You choose, everybody. You choose. I will say them again. We've got Goldman Sacks, do wanted. Pensions, you don't need pensions. Fort Kenny, market crash, or Bank of America, fuck no.
Oh, we've got a fight going on. Got a fight in the chat.
Oh, who was there first though? Bank of America.
Yeah, but no. Booker's always there first. She's always our number one.
Oh, hang on. Larry wants Goldman. Everyone wants something a bit different.
Hey, Larry. Welcome, mate.
It's a good job we're going to do all of them at some stage during the podcast. Right.
That guy's going to do all of you at some stage.
Right. Thanks, mate. Booker, stock market. Did I say stock market?
Market crash, I think.
Oh, market crash. I forgot what that actually is. Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, I know what it is. It's fine. I'm gonna share my screen. By the way, I'm not gonna dox myself today, which is
do it. We want bank details. We want sort codes.
You don't need any of that. No one needs to see any of this.
We want your cheeky bikini pictures.
Cheeky, you can't have my cheeky bikini pictures.
Oh no!
All right then. Market crash. Let me just zoom in on this so you can actually see what's going on. Look at that! That was beautiful. That was from the 12th. That was Tuesday, Monday.
That was very
Monday.
red.
Look at that.
Who's that little green dude right in the middle?
You know what? I don't know. It's a comms services one. I don't know what that is. And there's always some green ones down at the bottom here. So in the bottom bit here, you can't see because Sam's head's in the way. Hang on a second. Let's do that.
Oh yeah.
Down here, there's always a little bit of green in this. That looks like basic materials. Is it basic materials? The chat might know. Yeah, there you go. And then yeah, it's an elf on a shelf. It's an elf on a shelf. Yeah, it might be in it. Yeah, do you know what it is? In fact, do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm so out of spec here. There you go, 5 in 5. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, so it is an elf on the shelf. But this is all about the stock market. I was going to say, how much money was lost on the stock market on Monday? And you were going to say, Col. I don't know. I've not really done.
Can I have a guess?
Have a guess. Go on.
$43.
No, Sam, it's not $43. Would anyone else like to have a guess at how much money was lost on Monday? On Monday. On Monday. Anyone else? Anyone else?
We terrible.
Sam, would you like another go at guessing?
Yeah,
go on.
1.6 trillion.
Oh, mate, spot on. I don't know how you got that. Amazing. Knocked it out of the park. I played but nobody can hear it because it's not working. Fine. See if I care if none of my sounds work. Anyway, that is true, mate. It is. It's 1.6 trillion. So how did this call come about? How did it all come about? Why has it all gone so flipping crazy?
Because they needed to get money to Citadel to pay Janet Yellen for speaking fees.
That might be true. We'll come on to that because that's a topic. That's a topic. And the listeners are going to have to find that topic in the myriad of 5 and 5s, but it is definitely in there. Yeah, no, the markets crashed horribly and have crashed all week. But why did they crash?
Right, okay. Let me think of something else ridiculous. Did all of a sudden everybody want a dirty martini and olive juice was at a premium and they all didn't invest in that? And
I don't think so, mate. No, I've not. Do you know what? I've not had a dirty martini. Have you ever had a dirty martini?
Yeah. I've had the one with the pickled onions as well. Gibson. I think it's called a Gibson.
A Gibson?
Yeah, Gibson martini.
Why is it called a Gibson?
I don't know. It's got
after Mel Gibson, maybe.
Well, he's pickled as well, isn't he? You know, basically. Come on, let's be honest. I said. It's got pickled onions in it.
Don't forget to tag in Mel Gibson.
Pickled Mel
Gibson. I'm sure he'll be very happy to hear that we've called him pickled. Anyway, no, it wasn't. It wasn't because of that. Dirty martini is my favourite. Nom. Nice.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It was because of CPI. So the US announced their CPI figures this week. And it was at so normally what they do is they have this. We think CPI will either be here or here, and they'll offer a high and a low. And it was very much on the high side. It was 8.3% CPI hike, which was sort of expected by a lot of people. But because the fuel prices in the US had been coming down, people thought it might sit around sort of 5%. It's not being driven by fuel prices anymore. It's been driven by raw cost of living, like food and home energy and your electricity, because electricity over here is very expensive at the moment.
You
won't be able to tell all these lights on.
Yeah. That's why my camera looks so bad. I've just got candles all around the room.
It's a natural look. Yeah. So 8.3%. So Federal Reserve announced all of that. Everyone went, quick sell. Interest rates are probably going to go up. I don't know how much. Guys in the chat, if you got any guesses on what you think the interest rates will go up over the next few weeks, then let me know. But there you go. That's what the interest rate has looked like over the last 30, 40 years, 50 years. There you go. Look at that. And Mazin, not as bad as the 80s, not as bad as that whole 80s depression.
No, not yet, but there's time yet. Let's see how it goes.
Absolutely. It's more than expectation that it will force the Fed to continue with rate hikes. The lower of CPI was terrible, but they expect the Fed is going to down with torpedoes. Absolutely. Definitely. It isn't going away. It really is not going away. And what have I got? Oh, I've got this guy. Did you see this?
No, I've not looked much at anything.
This is crazy,
apart from my pillow.
So the Fed go, sorry guys, it's 8.3%. We're really sorry. We're not doing a great job about this, but we will. We'll improve. And next minute, this aviator spectre guy, apparently quite important, President of the United States or something, gets up and says, it's a great day. Look at what we've done. We've introduced the Inflation Reduction Act, and the Fed come out with an 8.3 point raise. CPI.
Oh, Mute. You've muted again. Yes. The fact that I was holding my stick the wrong way doesn't bode well for the rest of the podcast, but you know.
Really
yeah, you're back.
Really annoyed by. I don't know what the chuff is going on here.
It's Biden. He's hacked you.
I think he has.
Yeah.
Biden's hacked me.
I love the fact he's got the handheld microphone when he's got like shitloads of microphones already there. That's maybe so he can do the microphone drop like boom and walk out.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. So he thought it was good news and went out on national news and streamed and said, "Yeah, go us, look at us go." Woo, 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 woo.
Do you think having something with the initials IRA is a wise choice?
Not in the UK, anyway. It's
No.
not generally a good thing to do in the UK. So yeah. Anyway.
Well,
oh dear.
you never know.
What's that there? What's that? Adobe. Adobe can do one. Go away, Adobe. Anyway. Nightmare. Anyway, there you go. So that was that. What was that? That was
How do the Americans feel about Biden? Is he liked or what? I've not seen much, not heard much because I've chosen not to. I've stayed well out of everything for a while. Is he well received or is everyone like, yeah, he's an idiot?
We'll let the chat answer that. I honestly don't know because I'm not American.
Yeah. Put the URL up. Let people join us if they want. Stick that on.
We could do.
Yeah.
There's just there's some other little bits of weird stuff going on this week as well.
Weekend at Bernie's. He comes back. Yeah.
It is like, it is Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, exactly. If
the music stops, does he just
exactly
dance along? Like?
Yeah. So it's been a weird week, and this also some weird stuff happened, and something I noticed here was that Sears was up 16%.
I did see that.
Right, Sears was up 16%, which is now a delisted stock, and AMC was down as well. And also, this happened.
Yeah, Luna, it went bonkers, didn't it?
Luna went mental.
Yeah.
So I had to crazy cat lady straight away. I went, what's going on? And there's other people that picked up on it as well, and were like, I don't know what's going on. And she came back and went, it's a piggy bank. It's a piggy bank for something. Yeah. Every time the market went red, it went green, and every time it went red, the market went green or went up, or evened itself out or whatever it was. But it was bizarre. But anyway, yeah, Luna went like that. And
was it just Luna Classic, or was it the new one that they gave out?
No, it was Classic. It was the original. Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, it was well in the green actually, because I've got a bit of Luna.
You're a Luna.
Yeah. And it went very green for a while there.
It did, and then it went up 85%, I think, in a week, which was interesting.
Yeah.
And then it went again. So anyway, there you go. That was that. So that was all market crash. So we've had a week of extremes, and we've had a week of just red, a bit of green, a little bit of red. Where are we now? Are we closing? What are we closing up or down? It was green.
I'm so zen about it. I'm not bothered anymore. It's like, my camera's wobbling bollocks off here. I'm so zen about it. It's just like, yeah, whatever. Okay, I just wait.
Whatevs, man. Yeah. Whatevs. Yeah, it's fine. Don't care. Anyway, that was it. That was that one done. Market crash. I think everyone's seen it. It's all over the place. Predominantly to do with CPI. Predominantly to a interest rate hikes that are coming to counteract CPI. And Biden likes to stick on his aviators while he addresses the nation, which is just as bizarre. So but what does he care? What does he care?
He must have just seen Top Gun
and thought Maverick looked cool. Exactly.
Yeah, I feel the need for rate hikes.
Right. Next one, we've got Goldman Sachs.
Do that one. Yeah. I'm a co-host, so I can say, let's do that one.
Yeah, mate, you are very welcome to come and tell us what we can and can't do.
Yes.
Goldman Sacks. This is actually probably a nice, easy one. Let me find it. Where's it gone? Goldman Sacks. There we go.
Goldman sucks. Dodgy bastards.
Goldman Sacks. Here we go. This is an easy one because it's an easy one. Here we go. Ready?
They're firing people.
Extreme.
Extreme close up.
Extreme. Goldman Sacks.
We've gone off Wayne's World.
So actually, sorry, I've not been calling out other people. I'll call them out in a second. But Crystal Ball Stocks and Sports at Crystal Ball 93. Goldman revenues down 38% in the first half of 2022.
Ouch.
Planning rounds of layoffs, hundreds of jobs to be affected. AMC, GME. Goldman Sachs plans rounds of layoffs as deal making dries up. Reviews of underperforming bankers threatens hundreds of jobs. I'm in a position where, you know, I'm actually in several positions here where, first of all, I fucking hate Goldman Sachs. I don't know why I don't like Goldman Sachs. I just don't like Goldman Sachs. But the second, so I'm quite happy this is happening. But the second reason is I'm not, you know, people losing their jobs is not good.
No, that's not good for them.
But they're bankers.
So it's all right.
Sorry, or even to self out again.
Yeah.
But the other bit to this is they've seen their colleagues go to prison. So they've seen the RICO Act used on them, and they've gone to prison over the last
couple of months.
Yeah, exactly. So you think to yourself, well, if my colleagues are going to prison, that means I can't be a naughty boy. So maybe I'm underperforming because I'm actually having to play by the rules for a change. Or Goldman Sachs have come along and said, "No, don't do that anymore because you might get prosecuted. So don't do that. Just be a good boy and, you know, trade correctly."
Remember all that illegal stuff we were telling you to do? Yeah, my job. Yeah, don't do that anymore.
That stuff. Yeah. Allegedly, by the way, allegedly.
Yeah. And then 2 months down the line, yeah, you're not making any money anymore. Well, you told me not to do the illegal stuff. Yeah. Life's a bitch. You're fired.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. You pay your money, you take your chances.
Exactly. What are you going to do?
Even Citadel's got a little fucking thing in there. Like, the VT. Like, yeah.
Where? What?
Little black castle at Citadel, innit? Or are my eyes gone a bit spazzy?
Where are you looking?
In the picture where it says Goldman Sachs.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a Citadel like. Yeah, you're right. Hang on. Extreme close up. Yes, it is. It's Citadel. Yeah. They get everywhere, don't they? Well, you know, what can I say?
It's rats.
It's like evil personified in that picture, isn't it?
What do they say about rats? You're only like ever no more than 2 meters away from a rat or something. It's like Citadel employees. Never more than 2 meters away from. I don't know if that's true. If anyone has got any actual data on how close you are to a Citadel employee at any one time, let us know.
Just to do this properly. So very quickly, the previous. I know we were a bit out of shape, aren't we? Because we didn't do it last week because you were ill, and then we did one, and then we'd not done one for 4 weeks. Previous
do one.
Oh, that's
segue. Oh, hang on. Mute. Gone mute. Look at the mute stick, Col. Look at the mute stick. Read that mute stick. Still can't hear you.
Wow, this is annoying.
There you go. Oh,
this is annoying.
I know, mate. Diamond hands. Yeah, I've got it bad. Cats, Citadel, Laser Quest, and mute sticks.
Exactly.
That's the name of the podcast.
So shout out to Fitwit, Fintwit_news. Shout out to Danny D Umbrina at Danny de Brina. Shout out to Simulation hashtag Ape Nation at Simulation Chess. And that one was me as well. So yeah.
Shout out to Col.
Oh, that one, not that one. You don't. You didn't see that one. You didn't see that one.
I actually didn't. I wasn't paying attention. I was just making sure my mute stick was in working order.
I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to have to go and beat someone up. Beat someone repeatedly with a stick.
I have a
So,
stick. If you want to do it very silently, you can borrow my stick. No one
Can I
will
borrow
beat
it?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it? Yeah.
Yep. I will
Thanks,
email
mate.
it to you.
Thanks. Right. Where do you want to go now? We got Do Wanted. We got pensions. You don't need pensions. Fort Kenny or Bank of America. Fuck no.
Let the chat decide.
Let the chat decide. I'll repeat them again.
Let the chat decide.
Do Wanted. Pensions. You don't need pensions.
I don't need pensions.
Fort Kenny or Bank of America. Fuck no.
Pick Booker. We always do.
Larry's in there. Larry's in there with Kenny. Got it. Fort Kenny.
Kenny, you are not bad.
Kenny.
Fort Kenny, what's he done now? Has he seen buying houses? It's something
Um,
different because he bought a house, didn't he? Was it in Miami?
Sort of
thought
buying houses. No, he's not bought a house. What he has done is he's
That's it.
I can't. That doesn't work, does it? Doesn't work. That work? Works.
We are really, really screwing this one up tonight.
We are. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah. So it always wrong.
So this is from Unusual Wales at unusual_Wales. Ken Griffin has spent over $350 million in Florida assembling residential land in Palm Beach, where Citadel is opening an office, and purchased waterfront property in Miami Beach, on Star Island, and in Coral Gables, per The Real Deal. So Kenny's been buying up nice bits of land all over the place in Florida, as he is, because they're moving out of Chicago, because Kenny gets scared by normal people, by normal people, so he can't live near normal people, so he has to go to Florida. So, yeah, and he's been buying lots of property. So
did he not liquidate the London office or the European branch of Citadel? Did I read that somewhere?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Go home, Kenny.
Get out of my country.
Get out of my back garden.
Get out of my country.
Kenny Captain fucking sticks.
So much chivalry in the chat. It's Booker. It's great, isn't it? Everyone's like, "Oh, no, Booker, it's fine. You're a lady.
She's a lady.
Yo. She's a lady." Hang on. What was that? Where did that go? Florida property law, especially if you go into bankruptcy, they can't take your primary residence plus other corporate bullshit. Really? I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Very interesting.
So you can go bankrupt in Florida but never be homeless. I like that. That's
so does Kenny, apparently. Maybe
Kenny does, yeah, because Kenny's going to be broke in a few weeks anyway. So yeah, okay. So we spent £350 million on doing stuff in Florida. So which then sparked off a debate about lots of different things. What's he going to do with it all? And I decided that he was going to turn it all into one great big fortress. He's going to put a fence around it, electrified fence around it, and he's going to put machine gun posts up. So just because if like normal people come close, he can kill them. He can run his empire. Peasants, exactly. He can run his empire from within the fort. Exactly that. So he's built himself a little fort, and it's going to be continuously supplied with mayo. There's going to be mayo delivered to it every day.
No, I think you've got the wrong end of the stick. Oh. I think he's going to make Kennyland an amusement park, and it's like the log flume is with mayo, so it comes down and splashes you, and everyone's there. Oh, mayo, and like you've got mayo rapids, and you got like casinos where you always lose. Everything's rigged and
casino mayo.
Yeah.
Casino mayo.
He's just it's just his voice everywhere going. Griffin. Welcome to Kennyland. I can't do his voice. Welcome to Kennyland. Yeah, exactly. Male flume ride.
Such an annoying twat, isn't he? Sorry. Yeah. He is. He's an annoying twat.
Well, extreme close up doing it again. in Wayne's World, baby.
Oh, look at that. There you go. That's much better, isn't it? Wow.
Cocaine dusted tortilla chips.
Oh dear. Oh, and just
Yeah.
and just to remind everyone, this is super important. Just to remind everyone, don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
So this is from Derek, New York, D-Rock 615. Ken Griffin lied. Ken Griffin lied, and then Mark from Wales. Wales. I like that. Says. Ken Griffin lied, 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 and then he added Citadel Securities.
If there was any point that you went mute, that would have been perfect then, because it was well annoying. I'm still thinking about the cocaine dusted tortilla chips. They sound great.
They do sound good, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do sound good. Oh, male flume ride. Could I repeat that? Did you not catch that? King Griffin line. That's it. I'm not doing it anymore. Right, I got one other topic. Sorry, I got one other thing related to Citadel, and it was mentioned earlier. What could it be? Do you remember what we were talking about a second ago?
No.
Oh, what? This person?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yellen.
Yeah.
Yellen. I think it was like, old Citadel related.
Yeah,
What's Yellen?
she earned more in speaking fees from Citadel than her
That-
entire freaking salary for the past 2
That
years.
is correct, sir. Yes, she has. So
The
apparently,
quizzes are so much easier when you put the captions on the screen first.
it is. But I've got the answers to how much she made.
Oh, I've not seen this.
In the last 2 years.
Let me quickly Google it.
Hang on. I'm just gonna do that so I can click to the next one and go. Oh yeah, I got it. Did you see that?
No.
I give you a little flash of the answer. I flashed you.
Again.
Flashed you. Again.
I've seen everything you've got more times than I care to count. More times than I've ever should need to. So
this is from Shay Hus at Atahus. Atahus. About moose about this moose. Nice work, mate.
Thank you.
Yellen earned more from Citadel than government salary over the last 2 years. It's from a tokenist. So tokenist.com. Yellen earned more from Citadel than government, blah, 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 blah. And it went on. Here we go. Let me read this to you.
Read it.
That's interesting, isn't it? It's been revealed. Well, we revealed it before, but I think it's just been added to. It's been revealed that Janet Yellen, U.S. Secretary of the Treasury, someone, doesn't sound very important, does it?
Yeah.
She doesn't sound very important to me.
Yeah.
Earned $7.2 million in speaking fees over the last 2 years within a disclosure form acquired by the tokenist and issued by the U.S. Office of Government Ethics.
Is that a real thing? This is a spoof article, isn't it? The U.S. Office of Government Ethics. Fuck off. Oh, Col. Mute. You've got mute again. Mute. It's crime and lies. Crime and lies. It ain't no thing. Kenny lies. It's crime and lies. Crime and lies. It's crime and lies. Kenny lies. Crime and lies. Crime and lies.
That's the new rule. Every time I go on mute, I'm going to play crime and lies.
If anyone's tuning in for the first time, we're usually slightly more polished than this. Only
Joined
slightly,
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having some real issues here. Yeah, I have been messing with my my setup a little bit, and I think I've buggered it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we're talking about the comedy series that is the U.S. Office of Government Ethics.
Government Ethics, yeah. I mean, wow. I mean, talk about an oxymoron.
I know.
Yellen was discovered to be on the corporate banking payroll with organisations such as Citi, Barclays. I tell you what, Barclays creep about all the time, don't they?
They do, don't they?
Barclays, Bank of America, no shocker. Bank of America, all paying 6 figures for her to speak. One of her regular customers has been Citadel, although the document does not specify whether it was Citadel LLC, the hedge fund, or Citadel Securities, the market maker.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't matter.
No.
They're all dickheads. This situation, and no, allegedly they're actually dickheads. This situation has been gaining traction once again due to the recent discussions around trading dark pools, one of which is operated by Citadel Securities.
I can't get over the ethics bit. That's fucking hilarious. What a
There you
waste
go.
of money for that going into that office.
Yellen.
You wasted money at offices. Was the SEC voted the most useless government office or something, or a part of the SEC? I
2
can't
years
remember.
running.
Yeah, 2 years running. Which
2 years
what was
running.
the official
By
title of it? I can't remember.
It was the what was it? It was the ethical standards.
That's the one.
Something or other, and they were voted 2 years running the least ethical.
The most useless government office.
Yeah, government department, or least ethical, or something. I don't know what it was. Department in which is fucking bizarre. Anyway, there you go. but never a shock. Always bizarre, but never a shock. Right? What?
Yeah, it never is a shock, is it? Always expecting it.
Aging Hans Gruber with a hairpiece.
Yeah, Janet Yellen. She just can't bring the picture up again. Can we do a split screen with Hans Gruber, or is that asking too much of us today?
I could do that. I could do that. I could possibly put them together.
No, I don't think we should defame Alan Rickman like that.
Yeah, we love Alan Rickman is a little bit of a national treasure in the UK. So yeah, we can't have any of that nonsense. Yeah, exactly.
He completely upstaged everybody in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
He was brilliant in it.
Yeah,
he was. I was like, it got to the point where I actually wanted him to win.
Yeah,
like, come on, give the guy a break. He's funny.
Yeah,
this is good.
He was brilliant in that film. Anyway.
It was right. We've got we've done Goldman Sacks. Do wanted pensions. You don't need pensions. And Bank of America. Fuck no. Where are we going, kids? Where are we going? Chat's in there.
Yes, he was the hero, Diamond. He
was the hero. Yeah, he definitely was a hero. Let me read out the options again. We've got do wanted. We've got pensions. You don't need pensions. And Bank of America. Fuck no.
BOA. Diamond's called BOA.
Bank of America.
Fuck no.
Right. Let me bring up Bank of America. I bet.
My wife is watching.
No.
And the only thing she's ever commented on is Kevin fucking Costner. She loves him. I call him Cardboard Kev because he's exactly the same cardboard cutout in every single film he's ever done. And she hates me for that.
Cardboard Kev.
Yeah, but she still loves me because I'm...
now, Emma, you can,
hey, honey.
You can add to the chat here. Do you like him because of Bodyguard? Because I know how much you love Whitney. I know you're a big Whitney Houston fan.
She's furiously typing in the other room.
Can you hear it from the wall?
No. Yeah, I hope that's typing. Either that or we've got rats. Or Citadel employees, you never know. You never know how far away you have.
They've infiltrated your house.
Right, come on, Bank of America.
Bank of America, fuck no. So this is from Edward
Britchike.
I wish my mic had muted at that stage, but it clearly didn't. So Britchike. So we have Edward's been on this quite a lot. Edward has been on this quite a lot. The podcast quite a lot. I am not with it tonight. I am not with it. I'm getting thrown by all these technical issues I've got going on. Anyway, he says this is freaking disgusting criminal activity, and he's added Bigham's boss, Randall Cornett. I don't know who that guy is, and average Ape. 15 plus years of failing to report by Bank of America and only a $5 million fine. So this is originally Bank of America failed to report over-the-counter options approximately 7.42 million times. Holy moly. The failures occurred from 2009 to October 2020 and included 26 option positions that exceeded applicable size limits by 20%, to 2,900%, and they only paid $5 million. How much money do you think they made from all of that? I mean, I don't know the answer, but how much
Billions.
money?
I think it would be billions.
Tens of billions, if not
Yeah.
even potentially hundreds of billions.
1.47 billion derivative contracts,
And
or
they were
147 billion shares. So more than that, money wise.
Where are you getting these stats from?
I don't know. He's on the ball. He's way more on the ball than we are.
1.47 billion derivative contracts, 147 billion shares. Holy shoot, buckets!
You need to come on, Col. Put the URL out. Diamond hands. Click in. Come and chat.
Hang on. Let me get the URL out. It's gone in. It's there. It's in the chat.
Join us. Educate us.
It's in the
Speak
chat.
over us.
Yeah. When I go on mute,
take the piss out of us.
You can raise a piece of wood.
Some of us.
He's in. Yeah. Look at this. Quinton's already here. Look at this. He's right in there. Hello, sir.
Am I there?
Oh. Yay!
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Hang on. How are you?
Yeah, it's straight in there, man. In line.
How am I?
Yeah.
Let's see. I had to clear a bunch of saplings from the yard, which did not do my double hernia any favors.
Okay.
Then, obviously, we are all saddened and, as I said before, just distraught over the news of Liz in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And then, quite obviously, Her Majesty passed away, which is just an additional kick in the nuts. Now, if you're not getting the reference, when I said Liz, I was not being disrespectful. I was just referring to Liz Truss.
Yeah.
Then, but on the good side, the box of human remains that was at the bottom of my stairs is now gone.
Okay.
I should actually explain that.
Yeah, please do.
Before anyone thinks I'm a serial killer, had a family member pass away. No one wanted to deal with the funeral. The ashes got shipped to me, and I had to arrange the funeral and burial. So last week, that was all my fun of dealing with.
Yeah. Well done, and sorry to hear that, dude.
No, don't be sorry. The person who passed away was truly a piece of shit. So that's why I ended up having to deal with it, because they're like, no, you can't deal with it. Yeah,
hands are washed of this person now.
Back onto the story that we're dealing with. Now, we all know what a derivatives contract 100 shares is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the 7.42 million times that it failed to report to the OTC. In order to be reported, which is the LOPR, large option reporting positions. In order to be reported to that, it has to be at least 200 contracts. So basically 20,000 shares.
Yeah, lots.
So let's just do some math of 20,000 times 7.42 million.
Nope. I can't do quick math.
Well, it comes out to about 1.47 billion shares or contracts. Now, remember, each contract is worth 100 shares. So let's take 1.47 billion times that by 100 to get that in actual shares.
Yeah, lots.
Now, then we go to the 26 times the options positions were exceeded. The OTC options limit for actively traded stocks, it can differ. It can go from 50,000 up to 250,000. But this is we're talking about essentially very actively traded stocks. Is 250,000 call contracts. So 6.5 million call positions or put positions, whatever you want to say it is. It ends up being about 650 million shares.
So it's basically pennies they paid in fine.
For that, they were charged $5 million fucking dollars.
Which is nout. Literally nothing.
But, but it's people like this who think actually, people like this have thought they've done a good job. Ready? So this is this lady here is she's from FINRA. It's Jessica Hopper, and she is the EVP and head of enforcement. Wow, she must be very proud of herself for this one. FINRA. FINRA relies on accurate reporting of transactions in order to maintain the integrity of the markets. Bank of America's failure to report millions of over-the-counter option positions prevented FINRA from carrying out that core function for transactions that carried substantial risk. So we'll just give them a $5 million fine.
Well, the thing is that they... Oh, you're muted. You're muted again.
The stick was already there. The mute stick
but
of doom.
The key word is that they rely on accurate reporting. And we've seen this with Archegos, we've seen this with Citadel, we've seen this with any number of either market makers, broker dealers, whoever the hell you want. When you say we rely on accurate, no, you're not enforcing accuracy.
No, yeah.
You're not demanding accuracy. You're not, you're not actually accounting for the accuracy. You're just taking them at face value, saying, "Oh, this might be accurate."
Exactly, and that's a brilliant way to, like you say, the accountability of it. It's like, well, it's not our fault. They didn't say the right. They didn't give us the full-on accurate report. So what can we do if we don't know what's happening? It's perfect. It's just passing the buck again.
So it's
shit.
Yes, I believe that accurately surmises my opinion of the facts.
Yeah, I think we should change Jessica's name to Space and call her Space Hopper from now on.
Well,
or Dennis.
At the end of the day, this is probably the marketing people who took things out of context, or they took a quote from something they saw, and they applied it to this person. And no offense, everyone sees the EVP title and head of enforcement, and they seem to believe that, oh, they're an executive vice president. Executive vice presidents are like executive producers in the film industry. It's a dime a fucking dozen. I mean, all you got to do is get down on your knees, man or woman, and just you get the inference.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm kind of. Does she look like Christian Slater in a wig, or is that just me?
Christian Slater?
Yeah.
No, that looks nothing like Christian Slater.
In a wig.
No, the wig. I'm not going to get into your own personal proclivities in terms of what gets you off. That's.
I'm already touching my wood.
I think she looks a little bit like Gary Gensler. I'll be honest. I think she looks like, if you took the hair off her, she's a bit of a Gary Gensler clone.
I'm not gonna lie. I could almost see if they just broke Gary's nose out a bit.
No, there's plenty of people who want to do that.
Yeah,
honestly.
many people.
Yeah.
Well, here's a good question though, and I actually tweeted about it today. And I know that there's a lot of people who've been screaming for Gary Gensler to be fired or for him to be replaced, and I think I'm not against that, and I'm gonna be polite and talking about that. But the question becomes, okay, as a community, if we're going to suggest that he be replaced, then sort of incumbent upon us to say, who do we think should replace him? Who are our candidates?
Yeah, that's never going to happen. we already know who's going to replace him. It's going to be Heston and Molester.
No, I mean, I think it's important for the community to actually have a voice in it. Unfortunately, I also understand the community, and a lot of those suggestions would probably end up being SpongeBob.
Yeah,
true. It's an important question to ask. And, I spent the day, I don't know what you two did, but I watched the Gary Gensler testifying before the Senate banking committee today.
No, I've been at work all day, so I missed that.
Good for you. You had a much more entertaining time than I did.
What was the outcome? Anything interesting? Did he lie? Did he talk bollocks? Did he say?
No,
I thought he was going to
no,
ask
no.
something. I thought you were going to ask something else, like he did last time.
They were just screaming about how crypto should be regulated and how ESG is evil and how every firm who has to report ESG is going to be charged billions.
So nothing interesting.
There was nothing of real substance in it, and that's why I have about 2 bottles of wine down right now, just because, quite honestly, if you have to sit through about 2 hours of those hearings, you're just gonna want to wash it from your brain.
Yeah, which is pretty much like life for me. I enjoy alcohol, but I'm without it tonight. So, are you back on call? No, still muted.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I mean, we have a lot of to talk about that obviously Col is just going to have to sit there and deal with, because I mean, we've obviously been following, like, and I'll cover AMC and GME here, but we had Ape that was on the threshold list.
Yeah, is it still there or has it been removed now? I don't know.
No, it was removed, and it was a couple of days ago. And so there's
Sorry,
a lot
guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Right,
yes.
I think I've worked out what's going on. Anyway, go on. Sorry, go on. Carry on.
But it was removed a couple days ago, and everyone's like, "What the fuck? How did that fucking happen?" And there was a subsequent tweet by Ortex that was saying, "Well, Nice said in order to get on the list, you have to have FTDs for 5 days. To get off the list, you have to have FTDs reduced by 5 days." And when people did the math, that just didn't fucking add up. So there's a lot of questions around that. And one of the only things that we're waiting on today is the 15th of the month is the FTD reporting from the SEC.
Yeah.
Which still hasn't fucking come across that I know of at the time of this broadcast.
It'll come out. It should be coming out very soon because it comes out of end of play, doesn't it? Generally, which is half an hour ago.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot of questions that are going on about that, and there's I forget the name of the guy who was doing it, but there has been one person who's been reporting quite a lot on what appears to be spoofing that is happening very heavily within Ape and AMC. I'm sure I could go to it, but I'm just too fucking lazy to do it.
But isn't Kwonted, isn't the whole good story to this that there is no options chain for any of this?
Well,
so
that's the thing is,
right?
there is no options chain, which means that anything that had to be shorted is going to show up again, and it's going to show up on the FTD list. And because a lot of this happened at the start, within the first 5 days, we should see, because I believe the 22nd was a Tuesday, so the first 4 days we should at least have an idea of how much exactly failed to deliver.
Interesting.
Which is why I've been eagerly watching that list, which has not been updating.
They'll do what they did at the beginning of the year and just copy and paste previous quarters, months.
Yes, I made a tweet about that earlier as well, of saying unless they screw the pooch on it again.
Well, and very likely because this is the SEC.
Yeah,
hiding crime.
Now,
anyway,
that poor pooch.
Go on.
Sorry, just to finish this bit off. So this was from Moonshot UK. So at Moonshot UK, checkmate Ape XRP. So they broke the rules 7.4 million times and probably profited billions, and you fined them 5 million, for fuck's sake. Disgusting. There we go. So that was that one. Oh.
Again, not angry anymore, just chill. Yeah.
I'll
come back to bite you on the ass.
It's Zen on the crime.
Yeah.
Zen on the crime. We'll come back to AMC and Ape in a second because I do have a little bit on to do that. But I want to finish off on this one. Do you want to? Because it's a nice quick one. It's very straightforward. And Sorry?
Who's wanted? Do one.
Oh, I thought you said I was muted. I was like,
No?
you're kidding
sorry,
me.
no.
I think I'm pretty sure I've just fixed it.
No. Do one.
Do one?
Yeah.
What?
There's a warrant out for his arrest, isn't there?
Not very nice, is it? It's not very nice. Do one. So this is from the average ape. Well, this aged well. Do one, owner of Luna, going to pay the price for a pump and dump with Citadel to screw retail investors. Common theme lately. And there you go. So it originally came from FX Hedges, the story. But yeah, there you go. So it's all, if you just Google it, it's all over the press. So Do One is a wanted man. Whether he hands himself in or not, or whether he just buys his way to Paraguay, or any of the other, how many is it? 26 non-extradition countries that we covered in an episode of this podcast that were one stage. Then I'm sure he's making his way to Paraguay right now. The Paraguay embassy are
making a bed up for him now.
Bed ready for him already. So yeah.
To be fair, the actual charge is for an unregulated security, as opposed to anything that involves fraud or securities fraud.
Once they've got him, they've got him.
Well,
get him
true.
and
I mean,
make that canary sing.
Exactly. Make the canary sing. Once you've got him in, it's like, oh, you're here. Have you got anything on Kenny and Citadel and, like maybe screwing the retail investors over, which is what Average Ape said. I'm thinking, I'm going to prison for 5 years. I'm probably going to sing a little bit and reduce my sentence down. That's a good idea, Do One. It's a good idea.
Yeah. Don't let them screw your pooch.
Don't let their son go down on him. What? Right.
Okay, next, let's move on.
That was that, and we can probably very, very quickly move to Ape. So let me just finish this off properly.
Who was it who was mentioning Ape?
Shh.
Shh. I'll pretend. It's time for 5 in 5. Yes, it's time for 5 in 5.
Unbelievable. We are so out of
sync.
Yes, you and Irish, we said it. Jinx, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So AMC, we were sorry, Quentin, we were talking about before we finished that section. We were talking about AMC and all the stuff that's been going on. I've just got a selection of things that have happened this week on it, which just were either bizarre, extreme, or just plainly stupid.
Be a real investor.
I you know what? I'm going to start with the be a real investor.
Be an ape. Be a real investor.
Thank you, NASDAQ.
Yeah. I want to be a real boy. NASDAQ are like Geppetto. It's like we're Pinocchio and shit.
Hey, Geppetto, we want to be real investors. So this is what the NASDAQ did. So I saw this from Foray at Foray_coin. NASDAQ translation: don't buy that stock. Buy anything else instead, so we can steal your money. And the NASDAQ have put, don't go ape for AMC, be a real investor instead. The contributor was a guy called Tradesmith. His parents clearly didn't like him. So,
yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Why would you call your son Trade? It's terrible.
Is it? Yeah, no, not good. So yeah, there you go. So mainstream media have gone a bit bonkers, which, it comes back to the whole, we're doing the right thing here, aren't we? Everything we're doing here is right, and we know that MOASS is coming, and we know that we're just waiting for the ape thing to, as we spoke about a few weeks ago, just to highlight where this is going, and then we can go from there. But it's ridiculous. But there's more. We're starting to see more, not more mainstream media getting involved because they've always been involved. We're starting to see there was senators and stuff involved, and there was people starting to ask questions and people getting a bit more interested in what we're up to. The problem we've always had is that we've been locked into Twitter, and it's a bit of a cesspit and people generally avoid it. But now it's sort of leaking out of Twitter into other social media, and we're starting to hear people talk about it a bit more freely than we've heard before, which is always a good thing. So I'm going to hide that. There we go. Bye. Right. Sorry, Quentin. Hello. Back to you.
No. I mean, I could probably talk for ages about how there's a lot wrong with what you just said, only because it's much wider than that. But I'm not going to digress and go into that. But we have bigger things to talk about, which are perhaps the GME earnings report and the various partnerships and involvements they made.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Actually, it was nice that we're all three of us are back because we made predictions on DRS, didn't we? A couple of weeks back.
I believe actually. Well, I believe Sam, you were right out at your 74% prediction.
That was because you forced me into it. I was in the middle of you two, if you remember, and then
I think Quinton.
We didn't force you into anything.
You forced. My hand was forced. So
it was a pussy.
We have the recordings somewhere.
Pussy move.
Yes, it was just you couldn't stand being called a pussy.
Pussy move. That's what it was.
I'm going to go on mute in a minute.
Here we go. I have the figures. It's a tinfoil theory at tinfoil theory. Yeah, this is what I like about DRS and GME shares in the last 3 fiscal quarters. Gamestop shareholders kept buying, holding, and directly registering shares at Computer Share.
Yep.
The fact is, investors keep buying at many price points, and the numbers keep going up. And if they keep tanking the price, we're going to buy more, and we're going to throw them into Computer Share, and that is going to go get to the point where we own the float. We own the float anyway, but we own the float. But then we officially own the float because we've locked the whole thing out on DRS, and you shouldn't be able to trade GME moving forward. But then again, AMC's been 100% utilized for many weeks now, and is still tradable, and there are still shares to loan. So
again, let's not confuse utilization, which is the amount of short shares that are available, with utilization, which is versus something like DRS. That's confusing two separate ideas there. So one is locking up the float. One is the people who are making shares available to short.
Gotcha. And speaking of gotchas, I've also got the figures we came up with the other week.
Have you got them written down, have you?
Yeah, I found it amazingly, not in my awfully disorganized office.
Now then, how do they relate to this though? Because these look like the ×3 numbers.
Quinton said it would be 52 to 53%. Cole said 55%, and I said 54 or 72.
And I believe it was just to stroke my ego a bit here.
Stroke away. We'll have to put the podcast explicit.
When we get down to the number of retail shares that were actually registered via DRS, it was 53%.
Bang on. Dude, Golden Banana Award goes to you this week.
Was it really? Wow. I'm sorry. I looked at this the other day and I read it and thought, I'll come back to this. I never did. So this is from the SEC.
Rather than just harping on the fact that I was right, which we could spend the next hour on,
I'm sure you could.
There was some really amazing things that came out of that earnings call, which was the FTX partnership, and I'm a little on the edge about the FTX partnership just because of a lot of the involved people who are in that. The bigger thing I liked was the IEX involvement.
Keep going.
For the people who have been following this, IEX is an exchange. They were sued by Citadel, who's then sued the SEC to essentially prevent them from essentially de-enabling high-frequency trading on their exchange.
Exactly. Yeah. That was the case that went up at the beginning of the year, and then the SEC lawyer and the IEX lawyer were just on point and absolutely ran rings around the Citadel lawyer. I do remember that one.
Yeah, and that's given me a bit of a half chub. So, but going on, the inventory numbers that they had essentially were a little bit elevated. I mean, like just a fraction elevated. And when we consider the amount of warehousing or product that was already existing versus product that had to be shelved, to have that small a number, it seems like there's very too little amount of churn, and there's too little amount of actual product that's having to be warehoused, which means that they're actually constantly selling.
But the revenue numbers were down. This was the bit that I went when I went through the balance sheet. The revenues were down for the quarter, and they were also down on the equivalent quarter the previous year, and also the profit. So the margins they made were also down from previous quarter, but also down from the last the equivalent 12-month quarter as well. So it didn't. The earnings call didn't resonate very strongly. They beat some of their expectations in certain areas, but they didn't. It wasn't blow away. It wasn't great. What was good though was their digital revenues. So from the NFTs and everything, they were strong, and they played a big part on keeping some of the revenues looking quite nicely. So they've obviously diversed into other revenue streams, which is a good thing to see from obviously a brick and mortars organization. So yeah,
I would absolutely agree with that, and the way I look at it, and this is only my opinion, is that you are seeing an organization that is in the midst of transformation. Like you know, like for people who are just like, oh well, they're going digital, they're doing this, they're doing that, so it's bing bang boom, and 3 months later everything should be, you know, just all hunky dory. Well, transformation of an organization takes time,
of course.
and the fact that you're seeing, you know, like, yes, the revenues on one side are down, but you're seeing the increase in the revenues on as they bring out the digital side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. Which was good. So they're diversifying, which is what you want from a company that's trying to, well, change to diversify, to change the way it gathers its revenues. Yeah,
making a paradigm shift in terms of, you know, going from a brick and mortar to being a digital company, or in fact being a digital company that has brick and mortar, is not something you've actually seen often in the market.
No.
And to do that is I would argue is incredibly difficult. And to see those numbers almost reasonably balanced. Like, I'm not saying it was perfect. I'm not saying it was great. I'm not saying like you know, but to see them reasonably balanced should be a really good sign towards an upside of things that are coming.
Yeah.
More importantly, what I'd like to talk about, I don't know if you guys watched it. There was a Super Stonk Ask Me Anything video that was posted about naked shorting.
No, missed that again. Like I say, I've been working.
I highly suggest you guys watch this, because it not only does it go over everything that's happened, but the techniques and the things they've used. But you literally, and it's a very recent Ask Me Anything video, and it's about an hour long. And I know it's an hour long, and I know people used to want to like sit there and watch a 2-minute video, but I suggest you watch the entire hour of it, because you're just going to be like, Jesus, you know,
again, like, oh fucking hell, here we go again.
It's such a good video that if you ever had doubts about holding, just not buying more, not even giving financial advice or telling you how this stock is going to do, if you ever had doubts about just simply holding this stock, watching that video is just going to be like, yeah, I'm going to hold that like a 14-year-old with his dick in his hand.
Yeah, I never put mine down when I was 14, to be honest.
I was gonna segue to the end of the podcast, and I was gonna segue. There is no segue to this.
Just a quick one. Speaking of the digital revolution and all that, have you seen that Matt Feinstone has stepped down as blockchain dude? Anyone see that the other day? Yeah,
I didn't know.
Matt Feinstone has going on to pastures new.
Not seen a lot of GME news, I have to be honest.
Wait a minute. Oh no. You're talking about the blockchain head of GameStop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out and said no one told me.
Did he? Did he really?
Yeah, he literally tweeted it. Find some
Good.
No one told me.
Right. Well, who fucking posted that then?
Oh.
Brill. Oh, that's good.
Good.
Well, never mind that comment.
We've got to wrap this up. We're well over an hour. We've got to wrap it up. And I want to finish on a high note. I wanted to finish on a community note because, as we know, the ape community is epic and sticks together thick and thin, roots out the evil people, loves the nice people. And this was something that was actually, it warmed me cockles. So AMC cheerleader warmed my cockles this week. Hey. So AMC cheerleader, she went out on Twitter and said, "Hey, I put myself forward for a modeling role, and all you need to do, Apes, if you just don't mind, just 2 seconds, just go onto the Instagram page, like it, and leave a quick comment, and the one with the most likes and more comments will basically win the modeling gig." And she won. All the way Apes went on there, and she won. So I'll quote her: "Life is beautiful because friends like all of you out there. Apes fam making me a winner as easily as that was winning the competition. We're all winning Wall Street and every line of lives. We're all fighting together." And it was just really nice. It was just really nice to see the community come together, and she won the modeling contract, which I just thought was great. So awesome. There you go, the Polo Party. A very close competition. We are excited to announce the 2022 Polo Model of the Year winners, Ruby Gonzalez and Levant Mason. Ruby will be the female 22 Polo model, and alongside our male model, Levant Mason. There you go. Congrats to both.
Well done, AMC cheerleader.
And congrats to the Ape community for getting Ruby her win. And that is it. Quinton, thank you for joining us again, as always, mate. It is a great pleasure. Thank you. I think thanks for your more technical insight than ours.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, again. Yeah, I'm just looking on Matt Feinstone's Twitter, but I've recently moved on from my role as head of blockchain and the 5-tweet thread.
All right, really?
Yeah. There was someone else who was misquoted by GMEDD, but I can't remember. But anyway, I'll find it. We can do it next week.
Cool. Yep. Right then, guys. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thanks for joining in. So it was a little bit disjointed. I haven't muted since I did my little technical change. So
my sticky's now defunct.
Oh, what? No.
Okay. I will whittle it into chopsticks and have Chinese.
Or drumsticks and play.
They could be both.
Cool. Right. Au revoir. I've been saying choose goodbye. Thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading the podcasts so far. Sorry, we've been a little bit sporadic over the last few weeks because it's not been good. We need to get a bit of consistency back.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the 15th of September.
Mm-hmm.
15th of September.
Is it 1 year?
It might be
Since
1
the
year.
inception
I
of
am
the
going to
podcast.
very quickly check this. I can check this by going onto Spotify and have a quick look. What?
Well, it can't possibly be 1 year where you've done 43 episodes, because if you did one every week, that's only 43 weeks.
We missed.
Yeah, we missed a few.
We missed a few. Yeah, for various different reasons.
Actually, when we did the podcast, I can certainly admit that we may have missed a few ourselves.
Yeah, it happens. Life gets in the way, you know.
Let's have a look.
Technical issues.
Oh my goodness!
Well, more like drunken co-hosts.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
you love those, don't you?
Tomorrow is our 1 year anniversary.
1 year.
1 year anniversary. This is technically we've been doing this for a whole year.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
us.
Great escape.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Sam takes you out for dinner, Col, and treats you right.
I always treat him right, and he knows what side his bread is buttered.
It has nothing to do with dinner. And that
Nope.
was it. Right then, guys. Thank you very, very much. We are leaving, but happy birthday, Great Escape Podcast. Hooray.
Yeah, congratulations, guys.
Thank you very much.
I had a party popper now. So he's like, pfft.
Yeah, I haven't got any of that. I could get my disco lights on, but I haven't. I don't know where they are. They've gone somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, don't do that. You're gonna end up muting yourself again. So
Yeah, put his disco lights on. All the electricity in his town will blow. Like, oh fuck's sake!
All gone.
Thanks, Larry.
Right, that is it. We're going. Say goodbye, and you've already done that. You've already said goodbye, so I'm just going to hit the button.
Laters.
Bye bye.
Bye.